Hello and welcome to Goddess Resurrection. My name is Britta and I am your host, and today's episode is on feminine energy is powerful. Powerful, and it's going to become more powerful than you can imagine. And so we're going to go into what it really means to be in this worship of yourself, because that is Goddess work, you being in devotion to yourself and to your light, into your ascension process. And we're also going to talk about how this upcoming lunar eclipse, which is on the 17th or the 18th, depending on where in the world you are, which is in Pisces. It's a super lunar eclipse, full moon in Pisces. And so how that is going to influence us as women within this deepening and this understanding of our feminine energy. But before we dive in, let me say hello. Hello, my gorgeous sisters. I hope you are breathing and feeling, and I hope you are celebrating yourself, because this is an amazing time to be on Earth, to say the least. We've never ascended while in human form. And it's also a magical time to be a woman. It's a magical time to be bringing in and embodying your goddess. And so I hope you are staying out of your head as much as possible. There is thinking that we choose to do, and we choose how to think, right? Looking at the higher perspectives and looking at always the lessons and the deepening process that is for us, happening for us all the time. But, generally, the more that we are now moving along on this ascension path, the more we are now also deepening into our feminine energy. And when we are in our feminine energy, as I'm sure you've already noticed, all the knowledge is there. All the wisdom is there. All the information of the cosmos and beyond is available to you through your feminine energy. It's really, really immensely powerful and important to now keep practicing this for yourself, keep trying out for yourself how wonderful it feels for you to be in your feminine energy, and how these powers are growing now. Let me dive in. I'm so excited. I want to say so many things. I feel like I'm already ahead of myself. So I hope you are really making sure that this upcoming eclipse is a meaningful time for you, and make it meaningful to yourself in your own way. And this is one of the great, most important learning spurts that we are going to be taken now as women. We have to come back into trusting ourselves. We have to come back into owning our power, owning our wisdom, owning this ability to tap into our feminine energy, and through our feminine energy, receiving all of the knowing, the wisdom, the guidance from our higher self, from the light, from the cosmos, as well as from within our souls, from all other lifetimes. This is going to be getting really, really, really strong. And so this is an invitation for you to trust yourself. Step into mastery, step into your goddess, step into your high priestess, step into your queen, step into your white witch, however you feel comfortable relating to the depth of your feminine energy. And so it's great to find information through podcasts or books or workshops or healing sessions. All of that is valuable, yes. But It is time for you to really begin to deepen into yourself. That's what this is all about. It's time for you to own your power and to take time with yourself to find your guidance, your way. You're here as creator incarnate, and you are in form of a female. Be so grateful. This is the time of the goddess. We are in the age of Aquarius. And you know your way. You know how to be with this eclipse. If you don't, then you have to sit longer. Then you have to meditate longer. Then you have to listen more peacefully and more quietly. This is now the time for you to invest in yourself. This is the time for you to invest into yourself by giving yourself time and quiet so that you can tap back in, so that you can reconnect, so that you can remember the ways in which you have worked with the moon cycles, the ways in which you have worked with these eclipses. But more importantly, now, the ways in which you have intended to come in to this lifetime. And what is your intention for this path ahead? Your ascension path that is going to now take you to the higher timelines, still continuously higher and higher timelines, deeper and deeper sense of connection with yourself, deeper and deeper sense of fulfillment with yourself. So you already know what is going to be best for you to spend this eclipse time with yourself, how to spend time with yourself for this eclipse. Maybe you're feeling called to go to the beach and sit on the sand. Maybe you're feeling called to take a hike, sit up in nature. Maybe you're feeling called to remove yourself and sit in your bedroom, right? Maybe you're feeling called to call some girlfriends and create a circle of women, bringing in together that light of yours that is now here to come in, to guide you, to become and embody more fully, right? And so remember that this full moon eclipse in Pisces is taking us into the next levels, right? It's taking you into your next level. And why? Because Pisces is right now in the North Node, right? That's the eclipse axis of where we're going. Pisces is in the North Node, and Virgo is in the South Node. So you now being moved into the North Node, meaning this is the destiny, this is the destined path for you. This is where you are meant to go on a soul level. This is what you've intended for yourself before you even incarnated. Therefore, it's not really within your brain that you will find these answers. It's not really within your thinking that you will know. It is a feeling guidance, and that is why it is so important for you to tap more deeply and connect more deeply into your feminine energy, because it is only through your feminine energy that your light comes in. It is only through your feminine energy that your guidance, your wisdom, your information, your remembrance comes in. So from here, make yourself that important. Make yourself so valuable. Make yourself so worthy that no matter who's calling, no matter who's texting, no matter who wants to do whatever, it doesn't matter. You must make time for yourself so that you can hear, so that you can learn to trust this guidance of yours, because it's only through this guidance of yours, this feeling of rightness, this feeling of inspiration, this feeling of grounded excitement, that is your way, that is your focus onto your higher timeline. Okay, so this is a big deal. I hope I'm being clear and elaborate enough in helping you see your empowerment that is here now for you to embody. Also, what is happening is that when we are looking at the other eclipse, right? Because the eclipse cycles are overlapping. So we're still also in the Libra Aries eclipse cycle, right? So when we're looking at the Libra Aries eclipse cycle, Libra is at the south node on the bottom. That's why I'm holding it right here. So Libra is at the bottom. And so this has been about the relationships, the way we have been doing relationships. And now that we've been through a few of these South Node Libra relationships, which means the way we are used to being in relationship, the way we have been in relationship in this lifetime and all other lifetimes is now coming to an end. Old paradigm closing out. And so for now, Pisces to be in the North Node, which normally it's Libra Aries, but because this is a Pisces moon, this is the overlapping new eclipse cycle that's jumping in. So it's pulling us from the South, the past ways of Libra relationship, into Pisces future destiny, what's to come, where we're meant to be, where we're meant to go, what we've already intended for before we've incarnated. And so to me, this means, and this is the guidance that I've been receiving, that we are now moving into next level relationship, because Pisces is a very spiritual sign, and Neptune is conjunct Pisces, this Pisces moon, and highly, highly, highly spiritual planets, right? And so also destiny, higher timeline, part of the ascension, North Node, where we're meant to be going, all of us. And so look at it as relationships as you know it are over. It doesn't mean that the relationships themselves are over, but it means you being in relationship is changing and must change. This could be the relationship that you are having with yourself. This could be the relationship that you have been having with your family, your friends, your lover, co-workers, your boss, the mailman, anybody, and really anybody. All relationships, right? Because even relationship with life, relationship with money, relationship with body, relationship with the events of the world. Allow yourself to really become very, very, very aware and take time for yourself to evaluate for yourself what is not working any longer. How have you not been feeling fulfilled in your relationships? And again, it could be any relationship, including the relationship with yourself. And then where are you meant to evolve into? How are you supposed to be in a better, in a more evolved, in a more elevated, in a more worthy, in a more loving, in a more supportive relationship with yourself, with your partner, with your family, with your friends, with work, with life, with your body, with money, etc., with food, yes, really letting yourself become the evolved version of yourself. Have your boundaries been too loose or too tight? Have you been too codependent and attached or too wildly independent? Yes, find yourself on that scale. Old ways of fears, trust issues, make sure you pay attention to where have you been looking to control or letting yourself be controlled. Right? Where are you giving too much and receiving too little? Really pay attention to where has there been imbalance in any of your relationships. And so from here, then look to create that balance. From here, let yourself be with yourself, sit with yourself, feel into yourself. I am committed to myself, and I am going to spend much, much, much time this weekend to be inside of myself, to listen, to feel, to hear, to receive all of the guidance that is coming in from my soul, from my light, from the highest orchestration. Yes, and really also then let yourself flow with that creatively and own the worth that you really want to be and the worth that you really want to receive as you are shifting within your relationships. And again, some relationships might come to an end. I'm not saying they will, but it's possible. It's eclipse season. But at a minimum, you're meant to shift yourself within the relationships, right? Having the necessary conversations as a follow-up. But of course, you come first and foremost. How are you seeing, sensing, feeling, knowing yourself changing? So that you can truly step into those elevated levels and ways of thinking and speaking and responding and choosing within these relationships, right? Are you making time for yourself? Are you putting yourself first? Are you listening to yourself and you're feeling guidance that's within the belly, right? Remember, the belly is where the soul speaks to you. And does it feel right to go on this date? Does it feel right to make that commitment? Does it feel good? Does it feel right to say yes to this engagement? Or does it not feel right? Does it not feel good? And then from here, really listening to yourself and honoring yourself, because that truly is you being in devotion to yourself. Right? And now we're coming full circle with what I started this podcast with. It's about you stepping into deeper level of devotion to yourself. That's it. That's it. Be in that love for yourself. Be in that commitment to yourself. Be in that worship to your light, your worth, your peace, your empowerment, your clarity. And this means not allowing anybody or anything that brings toxicity, confusion, limitation, a victim, right? Like doubting yourself. As soon as you catch these dynamics that are old paradigm, it is now absolutely necessary for you to keep noticing what's happening and how it's not feeling right for you, how it's not feeling good to you any longer. And then from there, you have to make your choices. And sometimes we have to make strong choices, and it's not that other people are necessarily meaning bad or wrong, right? Sometimes they could be, doing the best they can. But that is no reason for you to hold yourself back. That is no reason for you to not be in devotion to everything that you want, to everything that you deserve, to everything that you have in your heart of how you want to feel, of how you want to be in relationship. Ask yourself, go into that too, as you are sitting with yourself, as you are flowing within yourself. What's in my heart? How do I feel? How do I want to be in relationship? How do I want to be myself? And how do I want to receive? Right? So that, yes, you can level yourself up and maybe you want to listen better. Maybe you have been too focused on self and want to give a little bit more of yourself. But maybe you've been given too much. And then now you need to, rein it back in and make sure you give to yourself. So wherever your balance is, right, make sure you stay attentive to yourself in the ways that you have been imbalanced. But then also make sure you stay very attentive to the relationships that are external, that are relating to you. Where are you not getting what you want and need? And then what are you going to do about that? Right? And so maybe you're going to have conversations, and maybe you're, going to just stay in yourself first for a little bit, just to anchor yourself in properly, just to embody these new ways of allowing yourself to be more, to give more, to want more, to receive more, to love more, to trust more, to listen more, to speak more, to be more, right? Letting yourself firstly elevate yourself. And when you feel more secure in this elevation, that's when you can then, of course, address, and you must at that point address the other relationships where you are feeling it is not what you're wanting, or not all of what you're wanting, because you know that what you want is also what you deserve, right? The level to what you deserve is infinite. You as the goddess are here to be worshipped. You as the goddess are here to stand in devotion to yourself. And anybody who isn't able to be in that devotion, anybody who isn't able to be in that worship, sorry, too bad. You know. So Of course, right? Within reason, if you're in a marriage, then obviously you're not just gonna cut and run. But don't be shy to stand in your worth. And coming from this self-love, self-devotion to your light, to your worth, to your goddess, don't be shy to stay in that and to hold your boundaries in a balanced way, right? To speak your ways calmly and gently and lovingly, but also don't sugarcoat too much, right? Don't be too rough, but don't be too soft either, right? Really find that nice new inner sense of strength and power, because you in your feminine energy are powerful. And when you are in your feminine energy, there is no doubting. There is no, oh, there is no need. There is no fear of lack or limitation. That's what you are growing into. And so wherever you are at, own that. Own it. And then from there, make sure you are in commitment to yourself as to wanting to level yourself up to the highest possible ways, right? Of you feeling in this, you are that goddess, you are that divine being incarnate. You are here now in your grace, in your light, in your feminine energy, to be the expression of your light. That's what ascension is, for you to become the full expression of your light. There is no lack in your light. There is no limitation in your light. You within your light, you being the full expression of your light. That means you must be in devotion to your light. And this time is now. Again, don't put too much pressure onto yourself either. Be loving, be kind, be forgiving, be patient with yourself, right? Because it's a leveling up, and wherever you are, from wherever you are leveling up is perfect. You are in the perfect place for yourself in your soul's journey and incarnation. But this leveling up to the next timeline, to the next level of embodiment, is also perfect timing for you. And if you're really loving it, and if you're really wanting to give it your all, then you'll be able to jump timelines. Then you'll be able to level up to higher and higher and higher timelines quite quickly, right? Because that's the frequencies we are in. We are in ascension time. It's go time. It's go time. You need to stay truthful to yourself and where you are at. I want to add one more thing for the ones of us, the ones that I know and adore so, that are in twin flame experiences. So those of you who are in twin flame experiences, sometimes it's really just about you. Remember, it's just about you and you focusing on your worth and knowing what it is that you want. As the counterpart is still flailing, right? As the counterpart is still struggling. That's not your job. Don't let that drain you. Don't let yourself focus on that too much, especially not over the course of this next week or 2 weeks. although we know eclipses last for months and even years, this eclipse, this full moon, Pisces eclipse, is going to last into the beginning of 2027. So we have a ways to work here with it. Again, no pressure, no rushing. But particularly for the twin flames, remember that the greatest effect you will have on your counterpart is by focusing all of your attention onto yourself. Don't feel shy to say, I need some time for myself. Don't feel shy to say, I'm going to take a bath. Don't feel shy to say, I'm going to go for a walk. And don't think about them when you're bathing or walking. No, focus onto yourself. Visualize and feel how you want to be receiving, how you want to be in interaction, how you want to be in exchange with this counterpart of yours. Visualize, see, sense, feel how it feels to you and what you are here to stand for and manifest. And so stay in yourself, how you feel, what you want, how you are receiving, how you are giving, how you are in this exchange, and how it makes you feel. And so that's going to have much faster outcomes when it comes to your counterpart, because remember, the more that you are in your feminine energy, the more they will feel drawn to being with you. It's a magnet. They will not be able to resist. Okay, good. I am so happy to be sharing all of this wonderful, precious time with you. Don't forget, you're making time for yourself, valuing yourself, putting a lot of worth into yourself, meaning in terms of time, in terms of peace, in terms of inward focus. And I am wishing you the most magical, magical eclipse time. And thank you for liking and sharing and subscribing. And as always, I am sending love and light blessings to you and yours. Mwah, hugs and kisses. Ciao for now.